Hi Gina, this is Katelyn. I'm really excited to get to help you the next 4 weeks, and so I just wanted to welcome you and say that I'm glad that you're here, and I'm excited just to answer as many questions as I can. And so thank you for sending some before and after pictures because I think that's really helpful for me to see where you're starting from. And so let's dive in because the longer the video, the less likely it's going to upload to YouTube. So I'm trying to keep these really short but really informative. So I understand the look you're trying to get. It's I think you would love film photography, but obviously we're not all cut out for that. But the light, airy, glowy look that you want in bright light is something that comes from film, and so I understand that we're not going to switch to film right now, but what we need to pay attention to, I think, is just controlling the highlights and not doing too much to an image. So, like right here, I think this image is beautiful, and I think if you want a soft, airy look, you could try shooting at less than 2.0. Oh, sorry. So it looks like you're not shooting with a prime lens, and so that's something that would change everything drastically if you're looking for a soft, glowy look. So when I'm shooting first look images, I'll shoot it around 2.2 or 2.0 just to be safe a little. And so that would just create more of a glow and let a little bit more light in, which you might like. And so when you edited here, I think it's great. I think the reason you may not be super happy with it is that you lose detail in the hair and you lose detail here because this got really bright, this got really, really dark. So I think if I was editing this image, and obviously this is low res, I would up the fill light just a little bit, and I would control the highlights here. But I would darken it a tad, and then make sure the darks or the blacks kind of my image are lightened. So I don't ever darken this stuff. I only darken the shadows. So if I darken the shadows, I make sure that these go up a little bit so that I don't lose all that detail in her hair. And I think we could go up just a little bit more. There we go. So there's a big difference between this and that. Do you see what I'm saying? And the thing is, I didn't really play a whole lot with the exposure. Instead, I played more with the fill light, which Lightroom 4 calls shadows. So I think this is a much more even edit than this would be because you just lose all the detail right here. And so if you wanted it to pop a little bit more, you could go up a little bit and darken the shadows and the contrast a little bit more to make more of a pop, but you still don't have as much contrast as that. So I don't know how you're editing. If you don't have access to your data like this stuff, then I'm assuming you're editing in Photoshop, maybe? I'm not sure. Let me know. But editing in Lightroom and controlling all these things is really, really helpful. So I think you're saying that this was your before image and this was your after? No, this must be your after. So if this was before and it was a little overexposed, I think you did the correct thing in cropping in and exposing for her highlights on her dress. And so I think it's awesome. I think your color's awesome, and I think you did exactly the right thing. So I think it's beautiful, and I also think you did a good job of not having your shadow in the image, and keeping an image like this that has really even light over both of their faces. So my only response to an image like this would be keep doing what you're doing, and I think as you continue to shoot, if this is shot at 2.8, as you continue to get better and better, if you start shooting, I'm not afraid to shoot images like this at 2.2 or 2.0. Some people are, and they think it's wrong to shoot anything less than that, but in my opinion, if you want pop and you want a little more color, I think you can go a little bit below 2.8 and be just fine. That's just my opinion. So I love this. I'm sorry this is low res. That's all I had from the internet. So I can definitely tell that it's shot at night, and I think that's because, like you said, your ISO was cranked up a little bit. And so I like to shoot whenever the sun is not directly on them. Sometimes I shoot in shade white balance. It sounds weird, but I actually do that a lot, and it warms up skin tones and it warms up the image as a whole. So what I see here is a little bit of a magenta tone. So something you can do to correct that in the shadows and highlights is to go down here, and let's just do 6 saturation. So I don't know if you could see what happened, but it's very faint. But do you see the colors changing as of the image? All right, so obviously I don't want it to look green, but this is what we started with. And I'm just going to make it a little bit warmer. And I'm going to make the shadows a little bit warmer. And what happens here is that you start to have a little bit more color that's more accurate. And I think the editing, like the curves of the image, are great. I wouldn't change anything. But as far as color, let me show you what we had previously. Here we go. Does that adjust? I can't tell. Nope. Reset. Come on. Okay. So there's the previous one. And here is what we have. Come on. It's very, very faint, but I think you can tell mostly right here. See the color in their arms? See how their arms don't look as dead? They look like they have more warmth to them than right here, and even a little bit on their faces. That's just by changing the highlight color. So I hope that that helps you achieve a little bit more of the look that the warm look that you're looking for. So if you're not using Lightroom, you totally should. I think it would be great for you. So I hope this is helpful. I can't wait to share some more work with you and to see what else you have for me. So I hope this was a helpful critique, and I can't wait till next week. Bye.